welcome back.
Very cool.
Join me, Zimam, your Mr. Friday, for 2 different villa tours. So let's go! So follow me. In each villa, every guest will have a bamboo bicycle to explore the island by themselves. In the meantime, you can also call me for a buggy ride. So let's go inside. Mr. Friday! Welcome to your home away from home. Here we are on the deck of one of the Gili Lagoon Villa. Here you have the beautiful view of Indian Ocean, and also the reef is just across your house. In front of us, this is your hammock. You can just read a book, or during the daytime if you wish to relax. So one of the ideal location here as well. This is your private bathroom. So here we have a walkway to the open air shower, and across it is your private water garden where you will see lots of marine life. Now let's go and have a look of the bedroom. And here we are in the air-conditioned room of the villa, the bedroom, with a nice, beautiful, comfortable bed for a good night's sleep. Now let's go and see the upstairs. So here we are at the rooftop terrace with a beautiful view of the island and of the Indian Ocean. And here you can enjoy sleeping under the stars and beautiful sunset as well. So next we will go and have a look of next category, villa suite with pool. So here we are at the next category, villa suite with pool. Come on in. Mr. Friday. So here we are at villa suite with pool, with our beautiful pool with a view of 7 unique cruiser residences, which is only accessible by a small pontoon boat. And in the distance, that's our Palm Beach, where we do sunset drinks as well as destination dinings and romantic barbecue as well. One of the great locations in Gili which you should experience. Now let's go and have a look of the rest of the villa. Here we are in the bathroom of villa suite with pool. As you can see, there's not much difference, but still a bath with a view of our cruiser residences. So that's the end of the tour, and we hope to see you here in Gili with us soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Tiana. I am one of the resident marine biologists here at Gili Lankanfushi. Today we're here to talk about the Coraline project. It is a reef restoration project here at Gili, and the goal is to help restore the reef that has been damaged from bleaching events that has happened around the Maldives. So next to me is a miniature model of what our nursery sort of looks like underwater, and we have about 14 sets of these in our lagoon that sits about 4 to 5 meters deep. And each rope, instead of this miniature 1 meter, is much larger at 5 meters. So what we do with this project is we try to grow small coral fragments and grow them in our nursery until they're large enough as a mature colony before we cut them out of the rope and then plant them back onto the reef. This project started back in 2015 and has been ongoing since. We now have over 200 lines made and hanging in our nursery, and we've been starting to transplant them back onto our reef. And we've been very successful with the transplant. The transplant have attracted a lot of marine life, fish, turtles we've seen around. So with this way, we're able to grow these corals with a very low tech but efficient method. So let me show everyone how we actually make one of these lines before we hang it in our nursery. So it's a very simple, easy process that we do usually on land, and some people might ask if it's okay to handle these corals out of water when we're making these lines. And actually it is okay for coral to be exposed to the air for a very short period of time. This actually happens naturally in some reefs where during low tide the water level gets kind of lower and it exposes the reef. So what we're going to do is we are going to use coral fragments. Here I have a species called Acropora nasuta, and you can actually see, if you're underwater, you can see a very nice purple tip. And these fragments come from larger corals that were originally also from our nursery. And I have a larger colony here, and you can see these are just chipped away from these larger colonies. And by chipping away from the larger colony, it doesn't harm them, it doesn't kill the coral at all. It's just Sort of like grafting a plant, where you can sometimes cut a stem and plant it. This is the same way, where you take off a branch or a part of the coral and it will grow as long as it has a point of attachment. So it's actually a sort of asexual reproduction in a way that happens in nature as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this length of rope and make a coral line out of it, just like we saw from the model earlier. It's quite easy, as I mentioned. All you're going to do is untwist the rope, and here you're going to have a gap that is basically perfect for a little coral fragment that you're going to twist in, and then there you go. You have one coral fragment in your line. And we're going to go along and do some more along the rope, and we have another fragment here and in the gap. And you want to make sure that while you're making the line, you leave enough space between fragments. Although they're quite small now, they will grow into larger colonies, so they will need some space in between them to allow for growth. So this is what we do. We're just going to continue making it along the line, and then we're going to have our coral line. Okay, so now that we're done making our line, there's one more thing we need to do before we tie the line in our nursery. So we have to measure all the fragments and record their sizes. We do this usually 3 months. Every 3 months we'll do it underwater as well. So for the first measurement, we'll just do it while we've made the line. It's easy. And then after the line's tied underwater, we have to scuba dive underwater and go measure it. So what we do is we have a caliper, and we basically measure the longest length of the coral that we have on this piece of rope. So for example, here I would measure the length, and this we do the measurements in millimeters. This would be 68 millimeters, and I go ahead and write it on my slate, and then I'll do this for all my fragments. This will be 41. Next fragment, 30. So once we have all the measurements for all the fragment pieces, we're then able to go tie the rope underwater.
In March 2014, marine biologist Vaidotas Kiršys began the Coral Lines project. Later, Deborah Byrne and Josie Chandler joined the team, and the project further developed with their knowledge and ideas. It was then overseen by Claire Baranowski and Emma Bell, and today it is expertly managed by the resort's marine biologists Sarah Davis and Tiana Wu. Gili Lankanfushi became the first resort in the Maldives to work on a low-technology and high-efficiency coral reef recovery technique to support coral growth on the nearby One Palm Island reef, which was sadly degrading. Thanks to our generous donors, we are proud to have planted 260 coral lines as of March 2020. We nurse the corals in the lagoon for 1 year and later transport the ropes to One Palm Island reef. Coral reefs are incredibly important as they contain some of the most diverse ecosystems on the planet. Over time, we expect the corals to grow stronger, become bigger, and improve the health of the overall reef. We would like to extend this knowledge and ensure everyone has a better understanding on the importance of our planet's coral reefs. Thank you for listening and supporting our mission to restore the coral reefs.
Yes, so today we have a rich gourd in the garden. So from there, we're going to make the plant-based dish. Yeah, we'll talk about more about this one while we are cooking. We can talk about the benefits and everything. Yeah. Good day, everyone. Welcome to our organic garden, Gili Lankanfushi. I'm Harnath Govindaraj, Executive Chef. Today I will be doing cooking demonstration of two plant-based dishes. The first one will be rich gourd poriyal, that green vegetable. The second one will going to be plant-based cheesecake with a blueberry. Actually, we are doing a rich gourd poriyal. So poriyal is a Tamil term, is my mother term. Okay, this Tamil term, it means something stir fry with the coconut and spices. Yeah, it's simple cooking, but really I have a lot of benefit from this vegetable. This is the one previously we picked from our garden. This is the one I have right now, like a few in my garden, so that's why I recommend to do this one for the cooking today. Before we start cooking, so I will show the ingredients what we're going to use it here. Coconut, as I said, the poriyal is the main ingredients, that vegetable and the coconut. And we have some onion, we have some tempering for the mustard seed and white lentil, and we have some yellow noodle. Those things will come some crunchiness in your dish, and we have some chopped coriander, and we have curry leaves from our garden, and we have some yellow turmeric and oil. That's it, and some salt. I'm going to add piece of chili, but if you don't like spicy, then you can avoid the chili easily. Before I start, I can tell you one more thing. You don't want to worry, oh chef, I'm not get the vegetable this one, but the same way you can use many vegetable, like you can use cabbage, you can use the carrot, you can use the beans, you can use beetroot, many vegetable you can use. Ready to see how we're going to make it rich gourd poriyal. Yeah, so you can take the nice vegetable, basically, like when you hit like this, you can see, you can hear the sound like at the box, empty box. So when it's like that, it's a good one to use it. Yeah. So take this one. Basically, some rich gourd will come very rough skin. If that case, you can peel it slightly. But our garden one is very smooth skin, so it's not necessary to peel it. Okay. But when the rough one you have, better to peel it. As well you eat, it will come like kind of roughness in your mouth. So no need to be. So cut the first edges. So here we're not going to use a full. So we'll take only how much we need. I think basically this much enough. Maybe few of them doesn't know what is a rich gourd. Actually, this gourd is family of cucumber. Why it's family of cucumber? You can see when I cut inside, like you can almost see like a cucumber, like the seeds, the way it's look is like a cucumber only. It's just cucumber family. Yeah, it's very easy. Like whenever you do, make sure the seeds. If you touch the seed, you can feel it is hard or soft. If a soft one, you can easily use it straight away, no need to be removed. But my one is feel like a little bit harder, so I'm removing the seed. No need to go for more deeper, because we need some flesh to cook. So here we have. So easy. We got very nice rich gourd here. It's easy to grow in the garden. If you have the beautiful garden, it's easily will grow. No need to do any much work. So I'm cutting here now. Just make it small dices. Same way we can cut your cabbage, carrot or beans to make this dish. This is a very simple dish. It can eat with the rice or some bread or chapati, those things. I guarantee you the kids will really love it because the coconut, giving this little bit sweetness and the flavors from the curry leaves and mustard really will make the kids to love it. So we cut our vegetables down. So I go for a piece of chili also. Yeah. Just split 1 by 2. The chili is enough, more than. So we have all the spices to go. So heat the pan. Oil. Basically you can take any oil like a vegetable oil. Basically it's a vegetable oil. That's it. So make sure it's getting hot. Yes, it's hot now. So we're going some curry leaves. So we're taking some curry leaves. And we're going to swap some mustard and things and some yellow dal. So all mixed together a little bit. So oil is ready. So make sure you a little bit away from the oil. So once the hot oil, when you add the spices, make sure the temperature is a little bit lower, otherwise it will get burned. So we don't want to get burned. You can smell, you can get that flavor of the spices. Yes, yes. So now you go with your onion. See, it's all get brown, but don't wait for longer. Go with your onion. So remember the same way, what we are doing now, the same way only. You can cook it when you want to make cabbage or carrot or beans or any vegetable. Cook slowly the onion, it will get like a sweat and it will make it like a soft tender, not brown, it should be soft. Okay, now I'm doing the chili. Play sign, yes. Okay, now I'm going the vegetable. Come to the vegetable. Add a little bit salt. So here I want to mention one thing. For this vegetable I will not add any water to cook the vegetable, because I said this vegetable is a family of cucumber, so it's have itself like a lot of water content, so it releases the water while you're cooking. Yeah, so you don't want to give any extra water to cook, because end of the day the dish should be like a dry, okay, it's like a dry dish. So I'm covering a little bit. So give your temperature lower and cover it, because of it will release the water and you need to be cooked slowly. Yes. So while this time we can talk about more about this vegetable. Yeah, this vegetable is mostly like a high mineral content. I can tell you like this leaf, the root and everything is was a medicine. Okay, everything have that's benefit, medicine benefit. This vegetable is one of the best vegetable. Whoever want to be reduce the weight, like a diet, if you want to reduce your weight, is one of the vegetable is highly recommend. You can use this one to reduce the weight. The reason, when you have this one, this vegetable, it will not make you feel hungry like long. Okay, it's kind of the high protein, high mineral is there, so it will make you feel comfortable, like that's the thing. And this vegetable we will use many way. I can tell you, for diabetic patient is very good. For the diabetic patients they can use this one. And these leaves, they make the juice and they will drink the pep for jaundice also. Yeah, for jaundice they will use it. And if you time to time if you take this vegetable more in your meal, it will really will help for your skin. Yeah, so take care of your skins. And the same time is no need to be only to eat. Even if you have the whole vegetable, make it dry. You should make it dry, then you will get a dry kind of hay. So that dry one you can use it when you you can rub your body while you're taking shower. That will remove all your dead cell and help to get the new cells in your body, in your skin, actually in your skin. Yeah, you have a lot of benefit, as I said, like that root and the plant itself, the leaves, everything have the benefit of this vegetable. At the same time, it was good for the eyesight also. So eyesight also will improve whenever you are having this vegetable. But I will recommend, don't take it lot at a time, because it will make your body more cold. Yeah, it's good for your body to maintain that temperature. The cooking time depends on what vegetable you're using. Like if you're using carrot, maybe grated carrot, it will cook very fast. If you're using grated beetroot, it will cook very fast. But if you cook for diced carrot and beetroot, it will take quite a long time. Okay, beetroot will take more time, but cabbage is very easily you can cook it. Yeah. If you want to make chef, I want to have it as a main course. That means, well, you finishing time, you can add some boiled rice and mix it. You can have it. Yeah, with the rice, with chapati, with the breads. This oil, the vegetable and the leaves they use to make the oil. That oil also they are applying for the skin care. They are using in the skincare products. Basically, diabetic patient they will say they recommend in our place like a bitter gourd. But this is also one of the vegetable. Because bitter gourd, many people will not like. This is very bitter taste. But instead of the bitter gourd, they can use this one. It's not going to give any bitter taste. Yes, it's almost done now. So we're going to finishing now. So make sure that extra moisture, everything get dry a little bit. Yeah, one thing I want to mention about the fresh grated coconut. Yes, some places you can't get the fresh coconut, because we are in Maldives, so I can easily get the fresh coconut from even our island. If you don't have the fresh coconut, it's fine. You can use the dedicated coconut and make it. Okay, now a little bit turmeric powder. Yes, a little bit. Then pour with your coconut. Yes, it's almost done now. So it's all about our rich gourd poriyal. It's done now. Next I'm going to show you how to prepare plant-based cheesecake with the blueberry. So here I'm going to show you all the ingredients before I start. Then you get the basic. We have the almond flour, some fresh grated coconut, because we are Maldives, so I can get easily frozen. And I have some frozen blueberry and homemade plant-based cheese. It's basically hazelnut, macadamia nuts, almond, roasted, slightly smoked, and soaked for 2 hours in the water. Then we blend with little bit extra virgin olive oil and sea salt. And we have some banana and the dates for the sweetness, and a little bit coconut milk also here. So before we start, I can tell the basic thing. Cheesecake need to have the base of the crust. So that's one we're going to prepare from the almond, grated coconut and coconut milk. Then the filling of the cake from the banana, dates, cheese, berries. That's what we're going to do. Yes, so we are ready now. Okay, so take the almond flour, put some coconut and little bit coconut milk, then mix it well. So it's almost need to be like, its texture should be like marzipan. Yes, it's almost done now. So you can see it like a simple, like a marzipan style. So make sure it's all stick together, easy. It's not sticking in your hand. It's perfect. And take your oil paper or silken mat. Just roll it slightly. Make sure it's quite thick, because of when you freeze it, the cheesecake, then easy to lift. So you make sure it's quite a little thicker base. Yes, so I'm going to do a round shape, but yes, round shape, but it's up to you. You can do even square, rectangle, triangle, like whatever the shape you want, or maybe if you have a nice mold with you, like a silicone mold, you can do it like mini version of cheesecake also. And whenever you have leftover, don't worry, you can flat it and you can bake your plant-based cookies or biscotti will be ready. Okay, so here we have the base is ready. Now you can see the base and the ring is there. So when it's was ready, I'm going to do the filling. Yes, for the filling, so easy. Take your good blender, so you can go with your frozen blueberry and go some dates. So frozen blueberry, some dates, 3 number dates is enough. It's all about like how much sweet you need. Yeah, so I'm going some banana. Just make sure is we have full well ripe, we have nice well ripe banana, so 2, and our plant-based cheese, homemade. Okay, the cheese inside, as I said before, like a hazelnut, macadamia nuts and almonds roasted. Yeah, so we have plant-based cheese here. So we had banana, we had the dates, we had the blueberry. So make sure you have enough cheese there, because you need to fill the ring. So we're going to blend now. So make sure your mixture was like a creamy and smoothie, yeah, cone, yeah. So make sure. And one thing I want to tell you here, in this cheese itself, I add a little bit salt. Okay, it's pinch of salt will be there, the saltiness. So I'll recommend always whenever you do some sweets, you can add a little bit. Okay, so it's a blender is done. So you can fill the filling. But I will recommend always, like when you do in the home, put the base and the ring in your separate small plate, because I have the big plastic freezer, so I can use this mat directly in that. Yes, so make sure everything you remove, the cheese, banana and everything, yes. So almost our cake is done now. So here is most important part, freezing. Okay, it's a non-baked plant-based cheesecake. It need to be in the freezer. So if you have a good freezer in the home, it will take at least 3 to 4 hours, or maybe you can keep it in the night and you can have it in the next day. But in my kitchen I have a good glass freezer, so it will take like a 45 to like a 60 minutes. So again, going to keep it in my freezer. Then I will show you how we can slice, how we can do the plating. Yeah. So now we got our blueberry cheesecake. So from my glass freezer, it's taken almost 1 hour to get. So it's really kept well. I removed just 10 minutes before, because I will not recommend from the freezer straight away to serve. Base will be very hard. So give 10 minutes rest, then you can slice and you can serve your cake. If you have good nice cutting, then you can cut when it's frozen. Yeah, but I always recommend give 10 minutes time. So we're going to slice the cake now. Take the sharp knife. Yes. Yeah. So now we'll do the plating very simple way. Simple, like you can do any puree, like if you have some berry puree or if you have some mango puree, anything you can use it easily. So one line you can do like that one, then second one. Yes. So we'll go here. Our cheesecake. Yes. So from the garden, it's nice, beautiful basil flower. I have some sweet melon flower, and we have some mint here, peppermint. So I'm in the garden, so I'm going all our beautiful flowers and things. So here your blueberry cheesecake is done. It's a non-baked, plant-based. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you will enjoy the recess at home. Goodbye. Be safe.